EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. I'm your host, Jonathan Coachman, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's head over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the call of this one. We bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So a 1st and 10 as the Buccaneer offense gets ready to go. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
New York set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Here's Michael Vick. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and learning all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Throwing again, Vick on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And Tate's got it. And just shutting him off there. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws the ball. It's so compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand, and it just whistles to the receiver.
This is caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 9 there, sets up 2nd and goal.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there from a yard out. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The four-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 3rd down, Winston. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Flushed out right. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They will indeed go for it. Vick, and he's got Miller. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Vick now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Again, it's Vick. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll throw again. Here's Vick. And this is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. throwing. Vick over the middle here to Brown. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? This will be the final play of the half. Vick, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive.
Brandon Cooks, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Brandon Cooks. 66 yards. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. On 1st and 10, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And while there's no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And that is incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return, it's Tate. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their play.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Gerald McCoy breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Vick with the incompletion there on 3rd down. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. From the gun, Vick. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on fourth down in the fourth quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talked up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Vick readies to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Golden Tate from 4 yards out. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
On the return, this is Jaquiz Rogers. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Third and long for Vick. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Chris Conte right there to break that one up. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. To throw, Vick. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Despite the late lead, Vick's going to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Evan Ingram, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
Now, I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners.
Yeah.
The previous play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. The Jets will go for 2. They were just 1 for 3 on 2-point conversion attempts last season. They're going to run it with Anderson. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Carlson now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward.
And Sims lost it. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire... And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment because you feel that not just on the defense.
Hello, everybody. Coach here, welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. It's the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
And the offense readies for a first down and 10. On first and 10, here's Vic. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. On third down, Vic out of the gun. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up the first down.
Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
For a second there, I thought that might break big.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're on the move here. They've got it first and 10. Vic to the air again. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. It'll be Vic once more. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Antonio Brown from 10 yards out. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it. what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Tannehill now on second down. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway, but a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Let's go. 28.
Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback, because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. A 1st down throw coming for Vick. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout.
Hey, let's go. Quick, quick.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And Tate's got it. And he's brought down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Vick on the sneak, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Michael Vick, as the first half is winding down, and the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On 1st down, Drake. He finds some open field here. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We want to remind you that new this year in regular season games, I'll take you around the NFL, give you stats and scores from games in progress, as well as look back at games that have already been completed. So keep an eye out for that. But for now, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
So out now come the Jets.
Quick.
Vick operating on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing again, Vick on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Vick. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Vick now. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards. Vick now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Vick. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he caught it up. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
From the red zone now, Vick. And Brown's got it. He's got a Jets touchdown. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Carlson now to kick this one away. Now it's Parker. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
20!
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On second down, here's Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl corner, Marcus Peters, there to make the play. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And New York set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Wilson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is...
And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A Dolphin first down as Tannehill is on target to the former Patriot Danny Amendola. Tannehill on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. Back to the air. Tannehill on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. 3rd and long. It's Tannehill. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now it's Tate. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New York set to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it. All those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. On 3rd down, Vick. And that's complete to Cooks. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Michael Vick. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now.
And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will extend this big lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They're brought out by their fifth-year QB out of Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And he put his time in New England to really good use while he was there. Obviously not the starter with Tom Brady there, but he observed Brady every day, learned every nuance of the offense, and every week during the season, the Patriots would give him a chance to run the game plan of that week's game in practice so he would get real big-time reps, and he's translated that on his next move to San Francisco.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Play action. Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. First down, Vic. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break the tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Get it.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points.
And Brown's got it for a Jets touchdown. Antonio Brown, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. first is Garoppolo. It's caught by Garcon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And New York set to take the field. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Over the middle here to Brown. He's at the 30, past the 20, and he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Vick readies to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
To throw, Vick. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Carlson now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo on 1st down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Garoppolo now. 1st down throw. And that's off the mark. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Garoppolo again. Able to haul it in is Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, Garoppolo over the middle to Kittle, complete, and he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. A dump down to McKenna. And he loses the football a second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And Gold is able to put it through. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
Here's Tate to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And now running right through it. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll go down, and that will do it. for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's McCaffrey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Vic now. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Vic now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And now running right through it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, they're going to throw it here with Vic. His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
White 20! White 20! Hey, watch the lane!
Vic's going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art. but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media.